Right. When we want to have a successful club, what are some of the important things that we need to look at regarding a successful club? Two main things. One, the number of members, and two, the educational track, that people are following the educational track. But right now, the biggest challenge that most clubs have is the numbers. And why are the numbers so important? Number one, when you just have a club meeting, in order to avoid the fact that, let's say you have 9, 10 people visiting at a club meeting, that means normally you're supposed to have around about 3 to 5 speakers. If you have your 5 speakers and you have 5 evaluators, then the same people will be doing the table topics, the Toastmaster, the general evaluator, the grammarian, the timekeeper, and then the same people will be doing the table topics because you just don't have enough. But if you have 20 people, then every person gets their own role at the meeting and they can prepare well for it. And that will add to the energy of the meeting, and that will add to your value as a member, because it means it's not the same person that's evaluating you every time. There's new people coming in, there's new perspectives coming in, and you as a member can grow better. So with that in mind, that's the mindset that we've got. We need to have a larger pool of members so that I, as a member, can have a great member experience. So how do we do that? Number one, you as an exco would decide on possibly 1 or 2 focused events where you will make sure you have your best Toastmaster of the event. You select a theme that Toastmaster can research on and arrive there with great knowledge of that. But you want to have a theme that will draw people in, that will make people want to come to your meeting. Then you need to have some role players that know what they are doing, and you want to have at least a new Toastmaster so that you have an entry-level speech, and you would like to have some really great Toastmasters present their speeches that are of those more qualified, more seasoned Toastmasters, so that when you draw visitors, that they can understand, and your Toastmaster needs to help them understand this and say, the following is an entry-level speaker. And then when they have the advanced speakers, they can say, well, this is what you can grow towards being part of Toastmasters. And that is what you can do as a club to grow your members so that you can finish strong and that you can have a great member experience because you have the number of members. It begins by, if your club is registering online meetings or face-to-face meetings, it has to do with registrations. So make sure you've got both registrations in place. Your club has probably set up monthly meetings, repeat meetings on Zoom. I'm not going to go into that. There is a way to set up a template in all of those things. I'm not going to go into that. So if anybody has a question on those, just ask. Anything along the way that you don't know what to do, just ask the question. Otherwise, the video becomes too long in presenting what we want to present here. So, oh dear. I'm going to log into one of my meetings so that you can just see how we set it up. So if I go down to the bottom, then you will see the way I've set up the meetings is that people only need to register once for our meeting. And if they register once, then we build up this list of registrants that we have so that club members don't have to register every time for a meeting, but visitors do. And how do we set it up? Under the questions, you must just remember to tick both sides, otherwise it doesn't register. We have the first name and the email is part of registration, but I add, give us your last name, give us the city and the country you are from, and your phone number. And the phone number is important for the WhatsApp because we would like to add them onto the club's WhatsApp group, especially if they are guests. And then we create 3 custom questions because you want to make your registration as fast as possible. What we do is we create a short tiny.cc link. And the reason for that is when we put that kind of a link on our media, whether it's WhatsApp or whether it is Facebook. Now, what you can also do is you can create a short link whatever your club name is, the short part of it, and you can make a WA for WhatsApp. So it's a flyer that you send via WhatsApp and with a WhatsApp link, and off that goes. Then you can go onto Facebook and you can have the same shortened link, but instead of WA, you can put FB for Facebook. And so if you have LinkedIn, you can do the same thing. And the reason for doing that is then you can go to your tiny.cc and you can see 100 people clicked on WhatsApp. But when they answer the questions here for actually registering, then you can see only 2 of the 100 registered. And that's how you can begin to determine where should you advertise, where do you get the best return for your investment, and that becomes a very strategic plan. So often clubs are just shooting out there in the dark, hoping to find and hit something. But this is so that you can learn how to strategically plan and set all the components in place along the way. So as PR, Lorna, this is probably got nothing to do with you. You think because it's the Zoom master, but can you see it actually starts here for you as PR because you need this information.
Yes.
So what are the 3 questions? How did you hear about us? This is where we know. Was it WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever it is that brought them there? Number 2, are you a Toastmaster member? We need to know this because we welcome foreign Toastmasters to visit us, but VPM needs to chase up all the guests and visitors. Would you like us to send future meeting information? That is for the purpose of if your club builds up a database of whenever there's a new meeting coming out, who they send it out to, this person then indicates, yes, please add me to that, and you add them to that until they say otherwise. So this is the starting place. Now, we also created a Google registration form for our face-to-face meeting. So on the WhatsApp, if it's a face-to-face meeting, I still add the registration here, or on Facebook, I add the registration here because now they know they're coming to a face-to-face meeting because we give them the street address, everything. And when that happens, I don't bother to ask from which town are you, because nobody's going to drive 300 kilometers to come to our meeting. So what do we need now? We just need your email address. We need your name, your surname, your mobile number. Then we just want to know, I would like to register for the event. In other words, say coming, or please send me more information. And that makes it quite simple. And then I've taken some of the paths, indicated them here, asking them what they'd like to learn, and that becomes valuable for the Toastmaster of the evening to elaborate a little bit about we've got this kind of education available for people. So it starts off with registrations. You want to source registration, whether it's online or face-to-face. After that, you go ahead and you create your flyer, and as I've indicated, you can short form the registration. What I want to share with you is when you create WhatsApp adverts, it's so important for you to do 2 things. Okay, I'm going to share the screen again and show it to you. Here you will see is a WhatsApp. This is our club's coming event. Here's the flyer. But on a separate message is the tiny.cc indicator. And we do that because when you want to forward it, if you forward it and that tiny.cc is, because sometimes if you present a picture, you can add wording underneath it. Do not do that to a live link. Never do that, because when people forward that, so when I forward the picture, I forward the link as well. So I've now sent it to you, and then you can see there arrived the link and the flyer. So it is important that when one creates for WhatsApp, that you have the 2 together, that people can click easily on the flyer. I know if you create a PDF, it becomes a live link, but the PDF does not present itself as nicely as what a JPEG does. So it's better to have the 2 and that people can go separately. Right, now we come to, we want to do the Facebooks. Right, I'll take you to, so this is now the Naledi Club that I am part of, and I have yesterday launched something there for the club. So let's go and have a look at Naledi Polokwane. And here is the advert. So what I do is I try to create an advert that has something in it that would draw people. Now, most of the time that would be, we try to have a draw to you people type of a theme, but this theme is back to front. We just want to have some fun. We're going to have a election. We're going to do a couple of things that might not be such fun. So we want to create a fun experience for people in the midst of all this. So what do I do to bring the theme in? I bring a draw card of skills for success. Would you like a safe place where you can grow your skills for success? We invite you to a free event. That's so important to have there. That will mess with your mind and will create a fun back to front event, starting with, well, just come and see how you can productively grow amazing communication and leadership skills in a fun and safe environment at your own pace. To register for this free event, please click, there's the link. Okay, and the see more is just the hashtags that we have. And this is a short 30-second video that we created, but we put the flyer as the cover photo because you wanted to sit there in the box for them when they view it while they are busy reading maybe. But look at the video quickly. Now, once you've created the ad, you want to go into boosting the ad. And you want to boost the ad so that you can have leads. That's the big secret. It's the back button. Let me rather just take any other advert. Let's take this and pretend we're going to boost it. That would be easier to set it up. Now, when you boost an advert, it automatically comes to this place with your advert that you have created on your right-hand side. First thing that you need to look at your goal. And it's always set on automatic, change that as quickly as possible and take it to get more leads. That's what you want. Okay, save. Then I've created the form. So the first time you do it, once you will have to, and there you see I can create a new form, but I've already got a form. So we're just looking at that. And I think if I do that, it'll show me the form. Yes. Hurry up and wait. Okay, on the form, I have asked 3 questions. But again, on the form, I've asked them which town they are from. Because this is Facebook. It can be from anywhere. But what I did was, because it's Facebook and we want to think geographically, if we want to bring people in, who do we want to bring in? This club of mine is in Polokwane. So I've only created a 40-kilometer round Polokwane, and that's it. That's my reach. But still, we ask them because you never know. Somebody might be from Polokwane. Now they are in the USA, So let's figure out what. And then, what would you like to develop yourself with? And the last one is, when can we contact you? Weekdays, because this one was the click for more information, learn more. There's a button that they would be clicking that says learn more. So now we asking them, when can we contact you? Weekdays or weekends, day or night? Simple as that, and they need to answer. That's fine. So the button that we have is learn more. And then we go into the audience, and you can see I've just selected Polokwane only. And we've got the ages 18 to 65 with that 40-kilometer area. And then it goes on to, now you just put the number of days you want and you just scale it with the amount of money you want. And very important is an Instagram page. I never post on Instagram. I only post on Facebook, but I have it linked to the Instagram page. And when I look at the statistic, the number of people that actually ask for information and respond, the majority, sorry, just walking that I didn't hear. Just a second. The majority of the people that respond via LinkedIn. Sorry, not LinkedIn. Instagram and not Facebook. So that is just an important thing to remember. Where is this advert that we're doing now? Here. Where's the likes? There they are. Okay. So another thing that's important, when a club normally has the PR person adding the adverts to the club, I always like to bring the VPM on this platform as well. And this is the task allocated to the VPM person. The VPM person will then have a look at who's liking the page. And they will monitor this part and see, okay, there's that person. Invite them now to like the page. Invite them to like the page. They monitor this and they can now engage with these people and send them a little. You can now go to that person. I don't want to click on, wait, I don't want to click on their page because this is a video. I don't want to expose people's things here. But you can click on that person's page and say, hey, you liked our post. What is it that you would like to grow yourself with? So the VP can sit an hour a week and just go through all the Facebook adverts, engage with some of these people and see how they can begin to draw people that might be appropriate for the club. And that is it. And I don't know if you have any questions.
Okay, yes, I just have a question then in terms of the actual payment for the posting of the boost.
Okay, okay, you ask the question and let's take it from there. Yes.
So once you boost it, if you've never paid for something on Facebook before, can you set up any card? You can set up the club's card, and then you just put details in, and it's fairly secure.
It is. I've used the Facebook thing now for years. Okay, so here's what you will see on my personal one when I do it. Right now I've got, I think, about 4 cards that I use on Facebook. The one is my personal one for the Granny B account. The other one is my TBN one for the other business account. I've got my Walvis Bay Club card and a Lady Club card. You know, as I am working for each one, I just need to, because it gives you the list of the cards you have on there, and you must just know which number it ends with and select the right card with the right number, and that works with it. So depending on how your club works, like within the Swakopmund Club, I pay with my personal card, and the receipts that I get from that, I submit to the club and they reimburse me. The Walvis Bay Club, we have a card and I just uploaded that card and I pay with that card. And, you know, so it depends on what access you have and what arrangements you can make on how to set that last part up. Does that answer?
Okay. Yes, that answers my question.
So I trust this information helps to get you started, and where you have any questions, please ask, and let's do this. Let's finish strong, that you can have a great member experience.